Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Paul Fletcher, and today is the first of a mini day series, mini as an MANY. I have been a student and certified master teacher of Dr. Master Jigong Shah for a long, long time. Still am, 15 years now. I've been very blessed to read basically all of his 30 books. And about 10 years ago, he wrote a book called Tao 1, T-A-O, Tao 1. He followed it up with Tao 2 and Tao 3. So as a result of this and a request that he has made to his more advanced students, he wants us to read these books for our understanding and to be able to go deeper into the sacred wisdom of the Tao. So for those that stumble across this, today's date as I do this first one is December 22nd, 2022. And I don't know when you're going to come across this. I am live as I'm doing this one on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. But you may stumble across this 1 year later. It's hard to say. And here's what I'd like you to know. Dr. Master Shah is by far, in my 30 plus years of a spiritual journey, one of the most advanced people you could ever have the blessing to learn from. He is free of ego in that he has no agenda or ulterior motive other than to empower you to understand the nature of life. Some of you might be coming across this for the first time going, well, what is Tao? Is it Taoism? Is it some sort of belief system? And the answer to that is very clearly no. Taoism is a belief system, but I studied under this teacher for 15 years, and I know almost nothing about that belief system because that's not what he teaches and shares. He teaches the nature of life. So the word Tao is a word that means source. So for those of you that would really like to open your heart to a different, more wide open perspective of what is the purpose of life, why are we here, how do I make life less filled with suffering and more filled with joy and happiness? My encouragement to you is to really make time to listen to this entire series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the script of the book, and I'm going to play Master Shah speaking his own words from the book. He made an audio book. I encourage you to go out and purchase it. But in order to both learn auditorily and visually, and to accomplish my intended task, which is to read all three of these books, I felt it was a great opportunity to share this with the world. Because invariably you will come across this because you are interested in your spiritual growth, and you will have heard of Dr. and Master Shah by the time you come across this. And I hope that this is a wonderful gift to you so that you can get the most out of it. Through this entire course, I will do a gentle opening, less than this with all the future readings, and then I will do a synopsis based on my understanding of what has been shared and how that may have impacted me. Any additional things that I can share with you that could benefit you and bless you, I'm happy to share. And so this is an opportunity really to grow for all of us. So again, I encourage you to come back and watch all the following episodes. My intention as of this day is to do it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday on a consistent basis at noon Pacific time. So if you are live and that resonates with you and you can make it, then I encourage you to come. Of course, we have the holidays a few days from now, so I might miss a few days here or there, but I will do my best to be consistent, and I invite you all to join me each and every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Why not Wednesday? Well, because on Wednesdays, I am doing my own personal podcast called The Healing Source. So I encourage you to come to my website called wellspringoflight.com and learn more about what I do there, because I do a lot of the healing with the Tao and the Tao wisdom. And then also, you can sign up for my podcast there and always be notified when the new one comes out. Okay, so let us move now into the reading with Dr. and Master Shah. I'm going to pull up the the audiobook, and I'm going to pull up the Kindle book. So you'll be able to hear his voice and read his words at the same time. I'll be here on the side, flipping the pages, and then towards the end, we'll change it over. Typically, each show will be about a half hour, depending on how it plays out. Okay, so let's enjoy.
Soul Power series. The purpose of life is to serve. I have committed my life to this purpose. Service is my life mission. My total life mission is to transform the consciousness of humanity and all souls in the universe and enlighten them in order to create love, peace, and harmony for humanity, Mother Earth, and all universes. This mission includes 3 empowerments. My first empowerment is to teach universal service, to empower people to be unconditional universal servants. The message of universal service is, I serve humanity and the universe unconditionally. You serve humanity and the universe unconditionally. Together, we serve humanity and all souls in the universe unconditionally. My second empowerment is to teach healing, to empower people to heal themselves and heal others. The message of healing is, I have the power to heal myself. You have the power to heal yourself. Together, we have the power to heal the world. My third empowerment is to teach the power of soul, which includes soul secrets, wisdom, knowledge, and practices, and to transmit the divine soul power to empower people to transform every aspect of their lives and enlighten their souls, hearts, minds, and bodies. The message of soul power is, I have the soul power to transform my consciousness and every aspect of my life and enlighten my soul, heart, mind, and body. You have the soul power to transform your consciousness and every aspect of your life and enlighten your soul, heart, mind, and body. Together, we have the soul power to transform consciousness and every aspect of all life and enlighten humanity and all souls. To teach the power of the soul is my most important empowerment. It is the key for my total life mission. The power of soul is the key for transforming physical life and spiritual life. This is the key for transforming and enlightening humanity and every soul in all universes. The beginning of the 21st century is the transition period into a new era for humanity, Mother Earth, and all universes. This era is named Soul Light Era. The Soul Light Era began on August 8, 2003. It will last 15,000 years. Natural disasters, including tsunami, hurricanes, cyclones, earthquakes, flood, tornadoes, hail, blizzards, fires, drought, extreme temperatures, famine, and disease, and ethnic wars, terrorism, proliferation of nuclear weapons, economic challenges, pollution, vanishing species, and other such upheavals are part of this transition. In addition, millions of people are suffering from depression, anxiety, fear, anger, and worry. They suffer from pain chronic conditions, and life-threatening illnesses. Humanity needs help. The consciousness of humanity needs to be transformed. The sufferings of humanity needs to be removed. These audiobooks of the Soul Power series are brought to you by Heaven's Library and Atria Books. They reveal soul secrets and teach soul wisdom, soul knowledge, and soul practices for your daily life. The power of soul can heal, prevent illness, rejuvenate, prolong life, and transform consciousness and every aspect of life, including relationships and finances. The power of soul is vital to serving humanity and Mother Earth during this transition period. The power of soul will awaken and transform the consciousness of humanity and all souls. In the 20th century and for centuries before, mind over matter played a vital role for healing, rejuvenation, and life transformation. In Soul Light era, soul over matter, soul power will play the vital role to heal, rejuvenate, and transform all life. There are countless souls on Mother Earth. Souls of human beings, souls of animals, souls of other living things, and souls of inanimate things. Everyone and everything has a soul. Every soul has its own frequency and power. Jesus had amazing healing power. We have heard many heart-touching stories of lives saved by Guan Yin's compassion. Mother Mary's love has created many heart-moving stories. All of these great souls were given divine soul power to serve humanity. In all of the world's great religions and spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Islam, and more, there are similar accounts of great spiritual healing and blessing power. I honor every religion and every spiritual tradition. However, I am not teaching religion. I am teaching soul power, which includes soul secrets, soul wisdom, soul knowledge, and soul practices. Your soul has the power to heal, rejuvenate, and transform life. An animal's soul has the power to heal, rejuvenate, and transform life. The souls of sun, the moon, an ocean, a tree, and a mountain have the power to heal, rejuvenate, and transform life. The souls of healing angels, ascended masters, holy saints, Taoist saints, Hindu saints, Buddhas, and other high-level spiritual beings have great soul power to heal, rejuvenate, and transform life. Every soul has its own standing. Spiritual standing or soul standing has countless layers. Soul power also has layers. Not every soul can perform miracles like Jesus, Guan Yin, and Mother Mary. Soul power depends on the soul's spiritual standing in heaven. The higher a soul stands in heaven, the more soul power that one is given by the divine. Jesus, Guan Yin, and Mother Mary all have a very high spiritual standing. Who determines a soul's spiritual standing? Who gives the proper soul power to a soul? Who decides the direction for humanity, Mother Earth, and the universes? The top leader of the spiritual world is a decision maker. This top leader is the divine. The divine is a creator and a manifester of all universes. In the soul light era, all souls will join as one and align their consciousness with divine consciousness. At this historic time, the divine has decided to transmit the divine's soul treasures to humanity and all souls to help humanity and all souls go through Mother Earth's transition. Let me share two personal stories with you to explain how I reached this understanding. First, in April 2003, I held a power healing workshop for about 100 people at the Land of Medicine Buddha in California. As I was teaching, the divine appeared. I told the student, "The divine is here. Could you give me a moment?" I bowed down to the floor to honor the divine. When I was young, at age 6, I started to learn Tai Chi. At age 10, I started to learn Qigong. I learned how to bow to my Tai Chi master, Qigong master, and my spiritual master. This is the Chinese traditions. I tell them, and this is the way how I honor my spiritual father and mothers and how I honor divine. Then I tell everyone I will have a conversation with the divine. I began by saying silently, "Dear divine, I am honored you are here." The divine, who was in front of me above my head, replied, "Zhigang, I come today to pass a spiritual law to you." I said, "I'm honored to receive this spiritual law from you." Divine continued, "This spiritual law is named the Universal Law of Universal Service. This is one of the highest spiritual laws in the universe. It applies to the spiritual world and the physical world." The divine pointed to himself and said, "I am a universal servant." Then he pointed at me and said, "You are a universal servant." Then divine swept his hands in front of everyone and said, "Everyone and everything is a universal servant. A universal servant offers universal service unconditionally." Universal service includes universal love, forgiveness, peace, healing, blessing, harmony, and enlightenment. If one offers a little service, one receives little blessing from the universe and from me. If one offers more service, one receives more blessing. If one offers unconditional service, one receives unlimited blessing. The divine paused for a moment before continuing. There is another kind of service which is unpleasant. Unpleasant service includes killing, harming, taking advantages of others, cheating, stealing, complaining, and more. If one offers a little unpleasant service, one learns little lessons from the universe and from me. If one offers more unpleasant service, one learns more lessons. If one offers huge unpleasant service, one learns huge lessons. I asked, what kinds of lessons could one learn? The divine replied, the lessons include sickness, accidents, injuries, financial challenges, broken relationships, emotional imbalances, mental confusion, and disorder. The divine stressed, this is how the universe operates. This is one of my most important spiritual laws for all souls in the universe to follow. After the divine delivered this universal law, I instantly made a silent vow to the Divine. Dear Divine, I am extremely honored to receive your law of universal service. I am making a vow to you now, to humanity and all souls in all universes, that I will be an unconditional universal servant. I will give my total gold. This means gratitude, obedience, loyalty, devotion to you and to serving you. I am honored to be your servant and a servant of all humanity and all souls. Hearing this, the Divine smiled and laughed. My second story happened 3 months later in July 2003, while I was holding a soul study workshop near Toronto. The Divine came again. I again explained to my student that the Divine had appeared and asked them to wait a moment as I bowed down 108 times and listened to the Divine's message. At that moment, Divine told me, Zhigang, I come today to choose you as my direct servant, vehicle, and channel. I was deeply moved and said to the Divine, I'm honored. What does it mean to be your direct servant, vehicle, and channel? The Divine replied, when you offer healing and blessing to others, call me. I will come instantly to offer my healing and blessing to them. I was deeply touched and replied, thank you so much for choosing me as your direct servant. The Divine continued, I can offer my healing and blessing by transmitting my permanent healing and blessing treasures. I asked, how do you do this? The Divine answered, select a person and I will show you. I asked for a volunteer with the serious health challenges. A man named Walter raised his hand. He stood up and explained that he had liver cancer with a 2 by 3 centimeter tumor that had just been diagnosed from a biopsy. Then I asked the Divine, please bless Walter. Please show me how you transmit your permanent treasures. Immediately, I saw the Divine send a beam of light from the Divine's heart to Walter's liver. The beam shot into his liver and it turned into a golden light ball that instantly started turning. Walter's whole liver shined with beautiful golden light. The Divine asked me, do you understand what software is? I was surprised by this question but replied, I do not understand much about computers. I just know that software is a computer program. I have heard about accounting software, office software, and graphic design software. Yes, Divine said, software is a program. That is the computer language. I am transmit Divine soul software for humanity. Like Walter, I have just transmitted Divine liver soul software for him. This Divine liver soul software is the golden light ball. It carries my frequency, vibration with love, forgiveness, compassion, and light. My frequency and the vibration will transform the frequency and the vibration of Walter's liver. My love melts all blockages and transforms all life. My forgiveness brings the inner joy and the inner peace. My compassion boosts energy, stamina, vitality, and immunity. My light heals, rejuvenates, and transforms every aspect of life. My soul software carries my power, which can help his liver recovery. This is the meaning that you are choosing my direct servant vehicle and channel. You ask me, I will transmit my soul treasures to humanity. I was deeply moved, touched, excited, and humbled. I instantly told Divine, I'm so honored to be your direct servant. How blessed I am to be a chosen one. I cannot honor you enough. Thank you so much. But dear Divine, why did you choose me? I choose you, said the Divine, because you have served humanity for more than 1,000 lifetimes. You have been totally committed to serve my mission, to serve humanity through all your lifetimes. Therefore, I choose you to be my direct servant, to transmit my soul treasures, to help, to save humanity. This is my decision. I was moved to tears. I instantly bowed down 108 times again and made following vow. Dear Divine, I cannot bow down to you enough for the honor you have given to me. No words can express my greatest gratitude. How blessed I am to be your direct servant to download your permanent healing and blessing treasures to humanity and all souls. Humanity and all souls will receive your huge blessings through my service as your direct servant. I give my total life to you and to humanity. I will accomplish your tasks. I will be a pure servant to humanity and all souls. I bowed again. Then I asked Divine, how should Walter use his soul software? Divine said, Walter must spend time to practice with my soul software. Tell him that simply to receive my soul software does not mean he will recover. He must practice with his treasure every day to restore his health, one step at a time. I said, how should he practice? The Divine gave me this guidance. Tell Walter to chant repeatedly, Divine Liver Soul Software heals me. 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 I asked, for how long should Walter chant? The Divine answered, at least 2 hours per day. The longer he practices, the better. If Walter does this, he could recover in 3 to 6 months. I shared this information with Walter, who was excited and deeply moved. Walter said, I will practice 2 hours or more each day. Finally, I asked Divine, how does the soul software work? The Divine replied, my soul software is a golden healing ball that rotates and clears energy and spiritual blockages in water's liver. I again bowed to the divan 108 times. Then I stood up and offered 3 soul softwares to every participant in the workshop as divine gifts. Upon saying this, the divan smiled and left.
Okay, so this is where we will pause today in the reading of the Tao One book. I'm so grateful for all of you that have joined me live. So for those that did not hear the introduction, I will be doing this as many days in a row as I can. So my intention is to do it noon every day Pacific time. Tomorrow is Friday the 23rd. I will come in 1 hour earlier than today, 11. I will post it for 11 a.m. tomorrow. So you can come to the same Facebook or YouTube page and come at 11 if you can. That's Pacific time. So basically half hour earlier than you came today. Excuse me, an hour and a half earlier than right now. So the reason why I'm doing this is because it's a task. Master Sha asks his advanced students for 30 minutes every day to read one of his Tao 1, 2, or 3 books. And my guidance was to read them in order. And so I said, well, let's serve the entire community. If you are one of Master Sha's advanced students and you know what I'm talking about, my encouragement is that you contact all of those that you know in that workshop, in that series, and tell them, hey, Paul is leading this. It's an opportunity for everybody to come, to listen to Master Sha's voice, which has, of course, great power, and to read the words at the same time, thereby accomplishing our tasks and learning. For me today, I have to say I'm really surprised that I'm getting a lot more out of this, even though I've listened to this before and I've read the book before. There's so much more that I'm able to get just listening to it, probably 7 or 8 years later now. And so there's huge benefit, and we're just at the very beginning. So it's very, very exciting to go through this. So tomorrow, join me at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I will put up the posts, and we can do this task together. And then for those that have stumbled across this a year from now, today being December 22nd, 2022, then you'll know that you're part of a bigger collective. There will be hundreds, probably thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that will be watching this, 2, 3, or maybe 5 years down the road, because of who this teacher is and who he will become known as to humanity as one of the most important people to bring one of the highest forms of wisdom to serve humanity at a very high level. So I'm very grateful for each of your presence. Again, if you know somebody that's in the advanced events, let them know about this live stream. I'm sure they would like to dedicate their time to come to this and learn this way in a group. Whenever we do things in a group, far greater power. Okay? So thank you all for coming, and we'll see you all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.